Okay, let's drape a dress. I started with a piece of muslin, 20 inches across, and the length is really up to you how long you want your dress. I'm going to start with the neckline, obviously. I'm going to bring my form down to my eye level so I can see better. And just like we did in the bodice, you want to have a few inches, maybe 3 inches or so, and then the neckline starts. So I'm going to put a little cross mark, a pin and a cross mark. And once again, I'm going to start by, watch this, go across and going up, just like we did in the bodice. And then we'll slash down towards the neckline, and thus releasing the muslin so that it falls flat onto the form. In this case, I'm going to keep it fairly rectangular, very slim. So what happens is that, what are we going to do with all this fabric? So I'm going to pin center front, as we always do. I'm going to put a few pins right here and here at the waistline. And keeping this slim, then the question is, okay, well, if I'm going to keep this slim, I'm smoothing my muslin all around the hip area, and then I'm left with all this fabric. I'm going to keep my shoulder clean, no dart on top. I'm going to put the dart right into the side seam. So I'm going to temporarily put a pin or two just to keep this in shape. I'm going to come back to that. I want to minimize all this extra fabric, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut most of this out. So here's my muslin, my hip area. I'm going to put a few pins on my form, on my muslin, so it stays in place. I want some ease. You don't want to skin tight, so I'm going to put some ease in the muslin as part of the draping process. And smooth your muslin so that this becomes my dart. I'm going to go back to this dart here and create a dart that will go from the apex into the side seam. So take any excess fabric and pin it right through and through so that you have what will become a dart. Okay, maybe I want a little more ease, so I'm just going to give it more flair here like this, so it's not so tight. Put a few pins back in place on my dress form, on the side. I'm going to take my pencil or marker, and I'm going to mark here and here so that I can remove this pin and fold the dart so that one leg of the dart, remember the legs of the dart, one leg falls on top of the other. I'm going to pin my dart closed. If you really want to get creative and have fun with it, take a piece of elastic or a spaghetti strap, something that you can tie around the waist like this, and then you can work your muslin and manipulate your muslin to create a different shape. So some belt loops, or create shirring like gathers. Or I can take all this excess fabric and turn it into pleats or tucks or darts. Next is basically a matter of marking all your drapes using a pen or a pencil. If you want to mark your waistline so that the seamstress knows where the elastic or belt loop or wherever you want to put in there is. Mark your shoulder and the armhole and your side seam. And so on. Now, do you remember that little circle skirt that we did? Remember that? Now watch. You can actually sew this onto a dress and add a little peplum to your dress. And you can make several layers of this. You can have a short, a medium, and a long, and have a layered look. Maybe you want to have a scoop neck, like a V-neck. Something like that, right? You can do that. Then you decide what neckline you want. And again, the sculptor that you are, with your scissors in hand, you can shape your neckline. Something like this, where you can eliminate some of this excess fabric here and have more of that look. See, the possibilities are endless. When it comes to draping, this is where the fun really happens, because you can play around and create pleats and tucks and gathers and shirring, shape necklines, etc., etc. Okay? Check out my other courses on sketching and pattern making, lots of pattern making courses, collection development, the business of fashion, marketing and branding,